They put him at the 1.
Can they get in? No, says the Titans defense. So close. So much for that. How about that World Series, man? You guys even know it was over?
I got the notification on my phone.
I didn't even
Didn't
know it
even.
began.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got the notification on my phone that the Rangers had won in 5. Didn't even know what was going on yet.
Yeah, I had no idea either. Apparently they won in Arizona, which is kind of cool, I guess. Arizona, they have the pool out there in the outfield.
Hang on. It was the Diamondbacks,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the team that fucking squeaked into the playoffs
Yep.
versus the Rangers. Talk about the worst possible World Series you could probably think of. Terrible.
This tops the World Series you can think of because it was god awful. If you're winning a championship and there's a pool around, the first thing you want to do is probably jump in that pool, right?
oh yeah, I'm in it.
The
Depends on what time
Diamondbacks,
of year it is and like where you're at.
you're in Arizona.
Arizona, it's warm enough to get into a pool. But if you're winning that bitch in Minnesota, hell no, I'm not jumping in a goddamn pool.
Well, anyways, Arizona Diamondbacks security was standing outside of the pool, blocking the Rangers players from entering the pool and celebrating. Do you think that's something that
in their stadium, like
Yeah.
Yes.
center field type shit?
Do you think that's something that the security should be doing, or do you think it's okay for players to go ahead and party in there?
I thought it was in Texas when I saw that story. Knowing now that it was in Arizona, yeah, no, if I'm the Diamondbacks, no, you are not jumping in my pool. Not happening.
My
I'm pretty sure security's stopped the Diamondbacks from partying in that pool before as well, too.
Well, they didn't win a World Series, so you should stop them.
But your own
I don't know.
players from win something
I
big.
think it's comedic just because how bad baseball is in general. Yeah, the Texas Rangers absolutely deserve to get stonewalled at the pool entrance or whatever. Like, who do you think you are? Like the Yankees? Like, no, you don't deserve to get in the pool.
No,
What are you
and
talking
it's
about,
bad.
dude?
Like we didn't know. I don't even really think there was real national coverage around it. When it comes to baseball, there hardly is, unless it's the Dodgers or it's the Mets or the Yankees or the Red Sox, some big market, large team. And they release the viewership numbers for the World Series. It's awful. It's so bad. It is one of the worst live sporting events viewership ever recorded.
You said it was even worse viewership than just the Jets Giants game,
It
right?
was. It was.
Punt off.
Game 5 of the World Series had 7.9 million viewers.
Defensive battle, Sean. Okay.
More punts than points, baby.
Can anybody name a baseball player off the Rangers team right now?
I couldn't. I
Yeah.
don't know. I couldn't name you many baseball players in the league.
Max
I know
Scherzer.
I know a handful. He's on the Rangers?
He's on the Rangers. He
When
got
did that
traded there
happen?
Oh wow.
this
He
year.
bounced around a little bit.
Nathan Eovaldi. That's all I got for
Who?
you.
All right,
Two
Sean.
people, two pitchers.
Quit showing off.
I read the article. That's the only reason I know.
You're a huge Rangers fan, aren't you? You're the biggest
No,
Rangers fan out of the three of us.
I just read the article. It was talking about certain Rangers players.
No. Yeah, the world clearly doesn't care. We don't care. It's baseball. I'm happy it's over.
World Series, my ass.
World Series.
7.9 million
Uh,
viewers. It had less viewers than Jets versus Giants, like Tybo just said. I even the worst of NFL games still gets nearly double.
And
Nearly double
they're getting paid the most out of the big four.
by far. Like it's
They have
not
the
even
shittiest
close.
viewership, and they're getting paid the most out of the big four.
Make it make sense. Oh,
Damn
Jinx.
it, Sean.
How'd you do that?
That's 2 shows in a row, boys. You know what? It's got to be some scheme, the MLB. It's not because they don't have TV contracts. The regional sports networks are gone. Where's the money coming from for these teams to pay players $300 million contracts, $400 million contracts that they're paying them? They don't have this revenue that's coming in to be able to pay them. The Major League Baseball is the new art. It's a laundering scheme. It could be the mafia. It's a laundering scheme. That's what it is. They're just laundering money, the MLB. There's no way. Where does this money come from? There's no explanation for
Is the
it.
MLB a Saudi-backed league now?
I don't
They
know,
have that
but
live
would
money
make
in
it more
there?
entertaining. I came across a really funny series on social media, like videos. I'm just not gonna say TikTok, and I'm not gonna also say Instagram Reels, but that's what I'm watching, Instagram Reels. But they did the math to figure out the worst or the highest cost per swing uh in baseball, and Mike Trout is like top 5 just because his contract is insane, and he also missed some time this year with an injury. But there are some wild contracts out there for players who are batting like 150, like Josh Donaldson or whatever had a terrible batting average, and he's still getting paid some ridiculous amount of money, and it breaks down to like $30,000 to $50,000 per swing, and it like that blows my mind.
It's not that
The
hard to play
valuation
defense in baseball. You
defense is
catch a
fun.
ball.
I like
Well, but
playing
what I'm
defense.
saying is like it's not hard to catch a ball with a glove on,
No, it's not.
and it's not hard to swing a bat and miss 70+% of the time. I know the ball is coming at you 100. I don't care. Don't care.
I don't know. Deion Sanders said that was the hardest thing in sports is trying to
No,
throw a baseball.
I don't disagree with it. It's a small ball. It's traveling very fast. I'm just saying for how much they're getting paid, the sport
They
itself is
definitely
not
don't fucking
that
deserve it.
difficult. Nobody's hitting anyone. There's hardly any breakdown on your body. The reason that all the guys are injured all the time is because they go out and drink every single night and hit the clubhouse at 5 o'clock in the morning and inject themselves with IVs. That's the reason their body is breaking down. That's why those dudes are getting injured. And I know this
Can
because
I
I used
pose
to
a
work for a baseball organization.
can I pose a quick question here? Why is brawling or fighting in baseball looked down upon, and then it's celebrated in hockey?
Fighting should be allowed in every sport.
Absolutely.
Football, fine. Basketball,
Uh,
definitely.
Listen, I think football is the one where it makes the least amount of sense because of all the equipment that you're wearing.
Take it off. I mean, you're
It's
also wearing a nearly the same exact equipment in hockey. They still wear
no, you're
shoulder
not.
pads.
No,
Their helmet is not as
way easier to come off.
encompassing, and it is easier to come off, but you're still wearing shoulder pads. If the only issue is
Way too
helmets,
big.
meet at the 50-yard line, take them off.
That's a wild take, my friend. I think it's more so in hockey. You are completely separated from the fans. Like there is a fiberglass wall in between the players and the fans. What scares me about fighting in other sports is how close spectators are to the players. We saw what can happen in basketball with Meta World Peace clocking somebody in the stands at the time known as Ron Artest. But like baseball, like there's like a net around a certain space of home plate, but people can easily jump that wall down those foul lines, and just to see your average Joe try to join up because that to me would happen if they started allowing fights in other sports like that. Like that's just that to me would be the next logical outcome or
Sign a
conclusion
waiver.
is
No liability.
kids are
You
supposed to
want
be going to these damn things.
they go and watch hockey fights all the time.
But there's a
Saw
barricade
they
separating
saw
them.
they saw a dude get his neck sliced open with a high kick and die on the ice. You guys
That was a
lost?
while ago. I don't think that guy
No,
died.
that was like a week or two
Yeah,
ago.
that was a RIP, man.
I don't
That
even
was
know if that
Wait,
was
rough.
what the?
2 weeks.
I
It was like
don't.
a week ago.
Where the hell are these other sports news coming from? I did not hear of this.
It wasn't in NHL, but I think it was like a minor league professional hockey
It's like
Oh,
KHL or
something
something.
or other,
Missouri Mavericks type shit,
something like that. I don't know,
or
but
or
yeah,
like
dude,
the semi pro leagues in Canada.
something like that. I don't really know. Sean just called it out KHL, so it wasn't major league, but
K
yeah,
I
some
believe
dude.
the I believe the KHL is in Canada.
Well, dude got his neck sliced open and died, and kids are at that game, so
Crazy.
let's just punch people and not kick them with skates blades on our feet.